Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream. Last time, some terrible things happened in the game. And this time, we are gonna see what the repercussions of that are. This is Final Fantasy XIV, Dawntrail. Without further ado, let's get started. I'm fine, just needed a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me, and for urging me on despite all my sulking. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened so quickly, I struggle to make sense of it all. The strange soldiers, those floating ships, the new powers Roja commands. Given everything he's done, and still intends to do, I know I can't afford to run headlong into battle. Not this time. I can't let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray, but I will make it my strength. The strength to do what I must. Right, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Kona. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alize I'll be alright? She's probably at Bayside Bevy. Let's see, where is Alize? See if she's down here. Oh, you're back. By that I take it to mean Lamachi is feeling better? She needs to be strong for the people of Tyrol. I understand that, but she doesn't have to do it alone. So if she intends to fight, then we fight together. That said, I wish I knew exactly what we were up against. Oh, some level 26 gear. I can use that for a class later, because I already have that gear. Pick up the pieces. Alize regards the fallen soldier thoughtfully. It's clearly not a person. It doesn't look like any, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magitech weapon I've ever seen. As far and wide as you've traveled, though, perhaps you've encountered something similar before. Would you mind taking a closer look? It may yield some clue as to Zeralja's new powers. Examine the fallen soldier. You may move the camera as well as zoom in or out. Target an area to expect it. Soldier's helm. In place of where eyes or a mouth should be, you see a strange sigil on the front of the helm. Soldier's weapon. The general shape of this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than anything you've seen before. Okay, so I can't expect anywhere else. Soldier's corpse. From a distance, it appears to be simple armor, but upon closer inspection, its construction is quite intricate. The metal from which it is made is unclear. The material from which it was made is unclear, and you see no sign of a power source. So what do you think? It's unlike anything I've ever seen. It looks like a person, but it's clearly mechanical. Indeed, while it resembles a person, it has features that make it uncanny. The lack of a face, not least of all. Did you see any sign of a power source? So it probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any other conventional fuel. I tried channeling Aether into it earlier, but there was no response. That would seem to rule it out as an arcane entity. It's completely lifeless now, a far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in battle. Even the material it's made of is a mystery. Rather than metal, it's more akin to stone. Wait, haven't we seen this somewhere recently? We have, in the Sky Deep Cenote. That's right. The glowing stone used in the chamber with the gate to the Golden City. And while the soldiers are a different color, their worship are the same black as the stone of the gate itself. There has to be a connection. Let's share our observations with the others when we gather at Sunperch. The sooner we get to the bottom of this mystery, the better. Hold on a tick, I need to make sure that my audio is coming through. I forgot to do that. It's important. Otherwise I don't have audio for the stream. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Yep, okay. Audio is good. Let's see. Where? Also, hello, Raelius. How you doing today? Yeah, I have to do that in case people aren't here to tell me. Looks like everyone is here already. Let's hope this is voice acted so I can give my voice a rest.
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy. And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoralja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
It's me. Permission has been granted. You can come in.
Greetings, everyone.
It's Grahatia and Ystala! Yay! They finally enter the story. We haven't seen them in a while.
Raha!
Y'shtola!
After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest, but I gather circumstances are quite dire.
All is well in the Annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Galul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his 2 successors. Thanks to Wuglamat, I was allowed to attend that meeting. What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian Annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant, addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold?
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records. Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Galul Jar Jar. Like us, my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the Sky Deep cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past. And
it led to another reflection.
I can take the story from here. Considering my part in these affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Galul Jar Jar. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
Oh, flashback time! Echo-related flashback.
This black stone is remarkable. I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allagan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
Seven hells! What did you do?
Nothing.
An earthquake? None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different. Baby? Now, hold on. Why would you...
Now, what's this?
What is this? Who are you?
Though it never opened again, Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact, either. As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important, so Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Charlian and raised her as his own.
Then the child was...
The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject. But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
The forces that assailed Tuliolo. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers looked like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out. When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit? You believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but I was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zeralja somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical army.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections. But what of my home? What's become of it?
We're going to find out. And yet again, there's a scam bot. Let me deal with that.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
You know what, Raelius? Would you mind taking on a bit of responsibility since you're here almost every time?
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do. I have to put a stop to Zorozha and restore the people's happiness.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city. As such, I shall remain in Tuliyollal. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
I as well. The enemy's warships still loom overhead, and I would see that we are prepared for the worst.
I wish to go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
In that case, please let me come too. I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments.
It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
So let's talk to everyone. Cryo? I struggle to believe I'm from another reflection. I wonder, does this mean my soul is thinner than a native of the source? Surely not. Your soul would have noticed. Gods, there's so much I don't understand. My head is ripe to burst. I fear we need to know more if we're to defend against another assault. I'm indebted. Oh, I need to go take meds. Be right back. Okay. I'm back. I'm indebted to Ojika for overseeing our operations in my absence. I will endeavor to make myself as useful as I can. Another reflection encroaches upon our own. But how? And why now? Please be safe. We'll find a way to breach the dome, and we'll make sure everyone inside is safe. It's embarrassing to think how Zeraldra caught me unawares, but I have no doubt the bastard came to kill me. I reckon he would have succeeded were it anyone else. Who would have thought him taking that key would lead to all this? Kana? This talk of reflections is perplexing, to say the least. I should be glad for your help in understanding and overcoming this crisis. I know what I have to do now. Picking up the pieces. Okay, so they all say the same thing. Together as one. Before investigating the dome, Wickelbot wishes to see to one important matter. I know we're in a hurry to set off, but before we do, I need to address my people. The peace we swore to uphold has been shattered. They need to understand what's happened and how we intend to fix it. So I want to call an assembly at the Winged Walk, and assure him that all will be well. But as shaken as they are, I don't know how many will come. It's those who are most distressed that truly need to hear your words. If you like, I shall seek out such souls and encourage them to attend. I'll help too. This is an important step in the city's recovery. Care to join us, Wolf Mage? While you handle that, Aaronville and I will see to provisions for the expedition. Thank you. I'll go ahead and have the Lance Guard announce the address. People must first know there's going to be one before they can decide whether or not they want to hear it. If you could see to the Resplendent Quarter and Bayside Bevy, Alize and I will split the rest of the city between us. Let's see if they have anything new to say. Nope. I have a mind to inform Thancred and Oriange as well, but they may have already left Ural. I shall have to examine one of these mechanical soldiers later. It's a he already said that. Exit the instance. Go here. Level-headed resident. I still can't believe we were attacked. For mercy, my family was spared. I don't know what I would have done had they come to harm. I understand Wuklamot is going to make an address soon. I'll be there, of course. This person does not need to be persuaded to attend Wuklamot's address. Sorrowful citizen. Please leave me be. My father is gone. Leave me to mourn. Galul Jaja is slain, and yet Wuklamot and Valkona still fight for our nation, for us. Very well, if they would speak, the least I can do is listen. Cheerful citizen. Checking on everyone, are you? The city's definitely seen better days, but we can only spare so much time for mourning. Only by looking to the future can we overcome this crisis, and we'll all need to do our part. I've no doubt Wuklamot and Valkona will share similar statements at their address. Person doesn't need a talking to. Oh, I need to talk to this. Never did. Despairing alpaca herder. It's not safe here, not anymore. I could try to leave Tural, but where else is there to go? You look like the well-traveled sort. Please, I can't stay here, but I fear nowhere in Tural is beyond the enemy's reach. What if the land across the salt? I know. Even if I run, I know that I'd regret it in the end. I love Tural. This is my home, and I know the Dawn servants would give their lives to defend her. I will put my faith in them and listen to what they have to say. Anyone over here? Nope, that's out of the circle. So I'm still in the Resplendent Quarter, but did I miss anyone up here? Yep, I missed someone. Dumbfounded farmer. If Turaliolo falls to the enemy, what will happen to us? To our homes, our farms, everything we've worked so hard to build. Lives, communities, and histories, all reduced to ash by these merciless villains. I heard Wuklamot is planning to address the people, but what's the point? What can she and her brother possibly have to say? Really, the Dawn servants have a plan already? They've lost so much, yet they're prepared to carry on. And standing around worrying about what's to come will change nothing. It would be a lie to say I'm hopeful for the future, but I will go hear what they intend to do. Now for the distressed citizens in the other part of the city. Oops. I'm caught on geometry. Flustered citizen. Whatever it is, I don't have time. I have to finish repairing this cart. There's only so much I can carry on my back. When those hollow devils come again, I need to be ready. Valvocamat and Valcona mean well, but they're young and inexperienced. They can barely look after themselves. If we're to survive, I do not know if we can count on them. They're going to strike back at the enemy, so they're resolved to face this. Maybe it's too early to be thinking of running. Alright, I'll go and hear their address. Stockpiling citizen. I need to stock up food, medicine, as much as I can. And what else is there? I can't afford to forget anything. Sorry, sir, but I'm busy. Too much to do and too little time. There's no telling when those stone men will return. I have to get out of here. Find somewhere safe. Valvocamat wants to speak to us. Perhaps she has a plan then. I suppose there's no harm in hearing what she has to say. Resting resident. Phew, clean up is tiring work. We've been busy helping as well, I'm guessing. Right then. Right now it's tough for everyone, but Tuliyola won't succumb to this. With the new Dawn servants to protect and lead us, we'll get through it together. This person does not need to be persuaded to attend Valvocamat's address. Okay. Paranoid resident. I can't leave now. What if those soldiers come back? And what are those strange machines looming overhead? Gods, I have so many questions. I see, it would put my mind at ease to learn anything of the threat we face. Alright then, I'll go to the winged walk. Thank you, I feel better already, and likely better still once I hear what the Dawn servants have to say. Speak with Valvocamat. I pass them by. Kona. Thank you again for spreading word of our address. I fear those who need assurance most would not have been persuaded otherwise. It seems Kryl and Aramville have yet to return. Still busy making preparations for our expedition, I presume. Did you not see Alice on your way here? I was just discussing the gate to the Golden City with Cactumram. He has been patiently answering my few questions. A few questions, more like a bleeding bored sight of him, took me back to me time with Galuf. It did. Charlatan scholars, I swear. Of course, Yoshol is berating him with questions. It looks like you brought quite a few people. Thank you. Alice had actually returned ahead of you, but upon hearing that you were still out there, she decided she was unsatisfied with her own efforts and left again. My apologies for involving you in Turali affairs. We are simply helping dear friends in need. Having traveled the lands of Turel, sharing in the rich cultures of your people, I can see it no other way. What's more, Zeralja and his army pose a threat not only to Tyrell, but to the star as a whole. We will stand with you to protect what you hold dear. Thank you. I don't expect you've had much, if any, rest. How are you holding up? I'm fine, thanks to a little encouragement from Wolf Mage. You needn't worry about me either. Whatever weariness I feel is no match for my desire to protect my people. We will restore peace to the nation and preserve our father's legacy. And it begins by speaking to the people from our hearts. Right. I need to see to a few things first, but feel free to go ahead to the plaza and wait. Their father raised them well. That he did.
Lamachi, are you all right?
Yes. Don't worry. I'm ready for it. The fear, and sadness, and anger. Everything.
I am the reason to your resolve. But more than that, I am your brother. You needn't bear this burden alone. Remember this.
As you likely already know, my father, our former Dawn servant, lost his life in the recent attack. He challenged the enemy leader to a duel and fought with skill and valor. And for a moment, we believed he had won. But wielding an unknown power, his foe returned from death and struck him down. I could only watch as this happened. I could not tarnish my father's honor by interfering. Many of you have suffered terribly. You've taken wounds. You've lost friends and family. As vow of resolve, I failed in my duty to protect you. Words can't express the shame and regret I feel. And as much as it pains me to reveal this, the enemy leader was none other than my brother Zoralsha.
Zoralsha? It's true! I saw him!
We believe he staged the attack from Yasulani, which has been encased within a mysterious dome. I know that you're concerned for your loved ones there as well. But mark my words, I won't let Zoralsha torment us any further. Our father gave his life to protect our nation, and I'm prepared to do the same.
You say that, but those metal monstrosities are still up there in the sky. What are you going to do about them?
The enemy is still on our doorstep, and waiting for them to strike again accomplishes nothing. That's why we're going to strike first. We are going to take the battle straight to Zoralsha and put an end to it all.
And while my sister sallies forth, I will take charge of the city's defenses. Not another soul will come to harm. We swear to you.
Like our father before us, we will lead with resolve and reason to restore peace to our nation. So please, have patience and faith.
So the resolve goes on the attack, while reason shores up the defenses. Sounds like a fine plan. Needless to say, you can count on my sword. Dural's my home, and I'll do my part for it. Hear, hear, brother. That makes two of us. Or was that two of we? Never mind that. What of the rest of you? Will you let others do the work? Or will you do your part and fight?
We fight! We fight! We're Tuliolans because we're united! We'll stand with you and weather this storm!
He's right. This is our nation, and it falls to us to protect it.
We'll fight too! For Tuliolal!
Me too! Me too!
We're all together in this!
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
We've already learned much about our foe, and we will continue to learn more. In time, we will have the means to make their warships fall from the sky. When we join hands with our countrymen and our allies from afar, we're stronger than we dare to hope. Together, Let us show the enemy the might of Tuli Yolal.
You are the beating heart of our nation. Each and every one of you. Uncertain days lie ahead, but for now, I ask you to persevere, to go about your lives as you always do. Only then can we ensure we have the resources to see our nation through these trials. And when the time comes, we will strike. Tuliyola will not fall. We will prevail, and peace and happiness will be ours again.
Okay, I had to message someone really quick, but now I'm full attention to. She did well. It's inspiring to see such diverse people rally as one. People of Tyrell have come together for this fight. We must endeavor not to fail them. I'm glad to see so many people come. I wasn't sure how many I had won over, so I decided to keep at it. That was a rousing speech, was it not? Let us do our part to ensure that the Dawn Servants can fulfill their promise to the people. For that, I'm gonna see if I can talk to Wokomad and Kona inside, while this quest isn't turned in. Looks like there's no actual way up there. Or is there? Oh, yeah, there is. But they're not here. Maybe they're in the throne room. I just want to see if it's possible to talk to them while this section is going on. Nope, it's not. Okay. Here we go. I was asking my friend Raelius, since he's here at my stream so often, if he wants to mod. And now he is a mod. Time to turn in the quest. Listening to Wuklamog de Kona, I was reminded of my time in the First. While the Exarch was no king, I often found myself speaking before the people of the Crystarium in like manner, and through their deeds they answered me. The people of Tyrell, too, will rise to the occasion. I can tell. Together as one, turned in. I look forward to the day when peace is restored to Tyrell. There is so much I wish to see. In Yasolani's shadow, Alphanode is considering how best to help carry out Wuklamog's plan. Try not to be too evil, Raelius. Well, the hour of departure is at hand. Those of us remaining here shall accompany you part of the way. I, for one, would like to see the dome firsthand. We set forth as soon as everyone is ready. I will inform Wuklamog that... There you are. Oh, Lavachi. We were planning to call on you. Are you ready to leave? I am. Seeing the people come together as one, knowing they haven't given up hope, was all the encouragement I could ask for. Right then, let's get going. We leave from Jacques Tyrell Skygate. Sorry if I'm butchering any of these words, I suck at reading some of them. Let's go ahead and use the Aethernet. Let's talk to each of the people and then we'll Wuklamog. Up now first. Kona and Katamram will continue to manage affairs at the palace. Once I've inspected the dome, I will join them to make preparations against further incursions. Even from afar, I can sense something isn't right about that dome. As Lamachi says, let's stay vigilant. The dome appears to lie well beyond Shaloni. A good thing we have Arenville to guide us. We should have everything we need for the expedition, from food to medicine to gear. It's quite amazing how much you can fit in Arenville's rucksack. Yasoloni isn't exactly a short distance from Shaloni. If the train isn't operating, we'll need to consider other means of travel. Everyone's here? Good. This is it, my friends. We go to strike down Zeralja and secure peace for Turiel. We'll be passing through Shaloni where there have been reports of enemy movements, so stay sharp. The Lance Guard had told me about them. They emerged from the dome in quick succession and took to looming overhead. A display of force, like the vessels in Tuliala. Indeed, and while they haven't taken any aggressive action, I want to see how things are in the area before moving it on. We'll be passing a few settlements on the way to Shaloni Station. It's the perfect opportunity to look around. In that case, Wolfmage and I know a few locals who can help. Then let's divide into two groups. Ernville, Alize, and Wolfmage will come with me to inquire with the locals. Meanwhile, the rest of you can go ahead and inspect the dome. Understood. Once everyone has finished, let us reconvene in Shaloni Station. We can start at Hasatawi. That's where the Dust Watch is based, if I remember correctly. You do. The Sheriff Kemaka should be able to tell us a few things. Let's see what we get on the Mount Roulette. We got the... I forget what DLC this is. Pack this is from. Expansion pack that this is. What expansion bonus content this is from. Okay, so this is from Shadowbringers, given the context of its lore. The people of the wilds are brave indeed to remain here while those ships overhead. Everything seems in order at a glance. So this region has its own peacekeeping force. Oh, it's you two, and I'll be. That will come out as well. You're Sheriff of the Dust Watch, yes? What's the situation in... 1 second. What's the situation here in Hasatawi? Well, the enemy hasn't tried to pick a fight with us yet. The ships gave us a shock when they first appeared, but they've just been floating there, holding position. That said, I've received some unsettling reports from elsewhere. We've been investigating the extent we can, but we're spread thin and haven't looked in on Shishi Nawazi Springs yet. Apparently, mechanical soldiers were seen in the vicinity. What if this is true, then the people are in danger. I worry about the other townships as well. If the rest of you could head to the springs, I'll pay a visit to I'll accompany Airville. See you all in a while. And there's no, that's not the springs. There's the springs. That's a 100 gold cost, that's fine. Do, 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 do. Duke. And all clear this way. The mechanical soldiers don't seem to be in the area. Still, we should talk to the locals. Let's each make rounds and see what we can learn. Railroad clerk. Oh, you're the one who helped us the other day. Well, Walika and the others are out investigating, and they've confirmed that Natawaka is safe. It was after the train had begun its journey back here that the dome appeared, and those who were riding the train then are fine, but we don't know what's become of those who disembarked in Yasselani. What a mess, and just after we finished fixing the tracks. Mechanical soldier. The mechanical soldier shows no signs of life. It appears to have been run through with a pole arm. Oh, looks like a certain dragoon has been helping here. Yate. Wolfmage, you came. As you can see, we're doing all right. After those ships appeared in the sky, soldiers clad in white showed up and surrounded the town. But to our surprise and relief, a traveler came along and dealt with them all in a flash. I'll never forget the way he soared through the air, spear in hand. Shame I never had the chance to ask his name. We're all safe thanks to him, and I can't say the same for those in Yasselani. We haven't heard from anyone there. I hope Namika as well. You heard about the spearmen as well. That couldn't be anyone else. What's this? Someone spreading more gossip about me? Talk of how I saved the town, it travels fast, haha. That's not to discount the help of my friend here, of course. We gave those machines a real beating. I thought you'd come sooner or later. Do you know what's happening? So you were indeed the one keeping the people safe, thank you. Think nothing of it. The automata aren't particularly strong. But are the rumors true? Gulujaja is slain? I'm afraid so. Zoralja used some dirty trick to get the better of him. We'll make him pay for what he's done, mark my words. You're going to help her, I assume? I see. With your contingent, you won't lack for strength. In which case, I will remain in Shaloni and keep an eye on things. That helps us more than you know. I'll send word to my brother before we set off. If you find yourself in trouble, don't hesitate to contact Kona. Kona, brother? Wait a sec, you're the Valve of Resolve. I am. And you're Zakua, right? I'll be counting on you to keep everyone here safe. Absolutely. If more of those hollow men show up, I'll send them packing. I'm the fastest gun in Shaloni, after all. Wolf Mage can attest to that. Glad to hear it. We leave Shaloni in your capable hands. Let's get patrolling right away, then. Stay safe out there, and don't do anything reckless. Wasted words, eh? Just do what comes naturally. Right then, it's time we headed to the station and joined the others. Let's see. Where's the station? Station is there. I don't have a teleport there, so let's mount up. Borb. Why am I going this way? I need to go that way. Of course, I need to go around the buildings. Borb. Nope. Not dealing with you right now. Alize? It seems those soldiers only appeared in Shishi Nizawi Springs. Could they have been after the cerulean? It seems the people of Shaloni are safe. What a relief. Maha Wahet Sona is still safe, and the animals are unsettled by recent events. The dome is absolutely massive. What manner of kingdom do you suppose he claims within its borders? Raha and I visited the settlements west of here. Thankfully, there was no damage or casualties to speak of. I heard from Wilkemont that Estinian was here. With him to watch over them, the people of Shaloni will have naught to fear. I hope this is voice acted so I can give my throat a wet rest. Nope, it's not. Thanks to Estinian, there were no casualties to speak of in Shaloni. The Hitsaru were safe as well. At the very least, there were no signs of soldiers there. What about the dome? Did you learn anything of note? It's comprised of exceedingly high concentration of lightning energy. To even touch the barrier would prove fatal. When approaching it, we must exercise all caution. Then how are we supposed to get inside? If Zoralja and his army emerge from within, there ought to be an entrance. An entrance, you say? It so happens we might have an inkling where one is. These are the engineers of Dawntrail railing, which operate the train between Shaloni and Yasselani. When we went out to recover the train, we had ourselves a look at the dome through a telescope. It was then that we saw it, a large fortress-like structure that looked like it straddled the dome's edge. You're telling us part of it is inside and part of it's outside? That seems to be the case. Yes, well, we only observed from afar, though soldiers were coming and going from it. From that, I'd say it serves as a passage between the outside world and whatever's inside. But as you'd expect, the area was heavily defended. It won't be easy to get in near. Do you know what became of the passengers who went to Yasselani? Wilkemont's nursemaid was among them, a woman named Namika. What? I'm afraid not. Only those passengers who were headed back here are accounted for. I can say for a fact that everything was fine when we arrived in Yasselani. But when that big tremor struck not long after we left the station, I hit the emergency brake and looked back, and all I could see was the dome. What's more, the fortress sits right on the tracks of all places. What are the odds of that, eh? Assuming this fortress serves as a means to pass through the dome, we should first determine how we are to reach it I don't care if we're detected. I say we smashed our way inside. Despite how it sounds, I actually gave this some thought. Zoralja wants me to prove that I'm father's worthy successor. If I fail, he'll destroy Tulial. By charging in head-on, I make my intentions plain as day, and in so doing, I keep his eyes on me. A bold strategy, I like it. Of course, your plan will be no good if you're cut down before you reach their base. What you need is something that'll get you there quick and break through their defenses with a single decisive blow, and we have just that. Since the tracks go straight to the fortress, we can reinforce our train with armor, load her with all the fuel she can carry, and send her hurtling at it to explode on impact. Chief, have you gone insane? You were just saying how relieved you were the train's in one piece, and now you want to turn it into a bomb? The train's not important. Our dream was to have railroads running from coast to coast, remember? If these invaders have their way, there may not be any more railroads, let alone trains to run on them. Is that what you want? It's a sacrifice we have to make. These good folk are willing to put their lives on the line to get inside that dome and put a stop to all this. The least we can do is help them. But Chief, listen, no matter how hard things get, no matter how many times we fail, we can always get back up. As long as we're alive, we can always build another train. So have faith and quit your complaining. And what if we really fail really hard? There's no getting back up if we're dead. Look like she gave him the look like, did you just go there? Stop complaining. No one's dying on this train. I'll see to it myself. Needless to say, this'll be a one-way trip, and we'll need to jump off at the last moment if we don't want to go out like in a blaze of glory. You alright with that? There's no changing her mind, is there? Just promise me you'll be careful out there, hun. We'll keep your wife safe, we promise. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. What did I press? Seeing as I've never had a drink in my life, I certainly hope not. It'll be a lie to say the loss of the train doesn't concern me. But with good friends and my loving wife beside me, that's all I really need in the end. Well, at least it'll go down as the legendary train that saved the world. That it will, but first we've got work to do so she'll look the part. I don't know much about Magitech, but if there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. We'll keep that in mind. If any of you are willing and able to lend a hand, there's work that needs doing over at the storehouse. It seems we have a path forward. I believe this is a good time for me to return to Tuliolo and inform Kona of the situation. I shall return as well. I have new investigations to pursue. The dome's elemental aspect is similar to that of the gate in the Golden City. If we can identify a connection, we may learn something of use in our fight. It's one mystery after the next, but at least we're not without clues. It may not be easy, but I know we can get through this together. Why is my chocobo standing on her? Let's face that. Alize? Well, we have our plan. Now let's finish the train and blast our way into the dome. I hope Namika is safe. The ships seemed content to remain waiting in the skies. So let us take this opportunity to do what we can to prepare. To use this train as an explosive is a brazen plan. We'll have but one attempt, so we had best make it count. Even only just having met them, I can see how important the train is to Laika and the engineers. We can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. Putting plans to the into locomotion. Your plan is set, and Grahatias is not without reservations. While I have no objections to the plan itself, I have one concern. How can we be certain Zeralja will not strike Tuliyola in retaliation? I considered the possibility, but when my brother told me to come and prove myself, he meant it. He wants to show that his kingdom is superior to Tuliyola, and it'll give him no satisfaction to attack when he knows I'm not there. And he'll be waiting inside the dome, waiting for us to challenge him so he can crush us and prove his strength. Indeed, if anything, we're more likely to put Tuliyola in danger by not taking the fight to him. So we indulge Zeralja at least until Tuliyola has shored up its defenses. Right, we'll charge in from the front and keep his eyes on us, during which time Kona will find a way to fortify Tuliyola. If you believe this is the best course, then we shall trust in your judgment. I expect there will be no small amount of enemy resistance, but we will do all in our power to assist you. Thank you. Well, time is of the essence. Let's go see what's left to be done for the train. Let's find each of the characters and ask. Everyone's hard at work on the train. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Where to begin? Okay, let's find Alize and Kryl. There's Alize and Kryl. Kryl? Shenza has given me a list of materials. We'll see to it they have everything they need. It's a shame Sid and his engineers aren't here to help. If they were here, I expect they'd turn it into a flying train. That would be something Sid would do. Alaka? Looks like work is getting underway. We'll finish in no time at all. So what can we do to help? No need to hold back. As I understand it, the two of you met your fair share of craftsmen during the Rite of Succession. Would you happen to know a few who would be willing to come and help us complete modifications of the train? Of course. What sort of craftsmen do you have in mind? Let's see now. Perhaps my greatest concern is keeping the train safe from enemy attacks. Even with you all aboard to fend them off, it'd be over in an instant if they managed to get just one good hit on the cerulean tank. According to eyewitnesses, the soldiers use lightning-based weapons, so I have a mind to install a grounding rod. Would you happen to know a carpenter who could handle that? We could ask Ffxiv. A master carpenter in Okanu. If they'd be willing, we'd be glad to have them. No objections from me. Just be sure not to forget their traditional greeting. But we'll need more than just a carpenter if we want this to be done in a timely fashion. We've got a lot of equipment that needs moving. Heavy equipment. I don't suppose you know anyone up to the task. Perhaps warmer work can help. Warmer work would be perfect. We'd be hard-pressed to find folks stronger than the Yokoi, and I'm sure he'd be willing to help. You're friends with the Yokoi? I'll be damned. Will not want for strength with help like that. Next, I'd like to outfit the train with some powerful weaponry of its own. Like as not, the soldiers will be riding flying vessels. We'll need countermeasures to deal with them. That's true. I, for one, can't use magic, nor am I handy with a firearm like my brother. Any ideas for ranged weapons we can use? Let's install a ballista on the train. It's big ones. Ballista, eh? Well, they'd be powerful. It seems to me it'd take too long to reload between shots. If there were some sort of ballista that could reload quickly, then that might work, but weapons aren't exactly my field of expertise. Perhaps I could be of assistance. The Crystarium employed etheric cannons for its defense, and I see no reason why the design cannot be adopted for your train. While I did not conceive them myself, I know their design. It should be possible to build them here, provided we have the requisite materials and skilled smiths. Well, that sounds like something Ffxiv can help with. What are the materials needed? The barrel can be fashioned from any material, so long as it's highly conductive to aether. To power the cannon, we will require fire aspected crystals for the highest purity. Fire crystals, eh? Might be as the miners over in the springs can help with that. Then if I could leave the crystals and smith in everyone else's hands, I shall get started drawing up the schematic. Right then, I'll secure the smiths. In the meantime, could you deal with the materials? Shenza is in charge of our supplies, so it might be good to talk to him about it first. I think we're set for a plan. Thanks for the consultation. Now let's get this train dressed up and give her the proper farewell she deserves. The plan's coming together. To make good speed, I'm going to try and enlist some more help from among our friends back in Dawntrail. I leave the materials in your care. I think I saw Shenza over to the southeast. Let's see if Graha has anything new to say, given what he just offered. Right, time to put my knowledge gained in the first to use. Yep. Let's see if these two have anything new to say. Shenja has given that. You already said that. That should be enough lumber for the armor. What else do we need? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. What can I do for you? Etheric cannons. Interesting. I have an idea where we can get the conductive metal, so I'll take care of it. I'm not sure about the fire crystals, though. Might be best if you speak directly with the miner. I can leave that to you. Can I leave that to you? Great. You're friends with Ayate, aren't you? One of the best miners around. If anyone can get you the crystals you're after, it's her. Oh. I'm gonna summon you back. Now we're going to quick travel here. Hayate's over here. Oh, Wolf Mage, what brings you around these parts? The purest fire crystals, you say? I think I heard tell about them before, but what was that about? A hot commodity. A way to obtain fire crystals is on the tip of Ayate's tongue. Now remember, Pearl, Cerule, and Luz. You can find them to the south of town. They actually ingest fire crystals and keep them in their guts, if you can believe it. If you want the purest though, you'll have to go after the oldest, the toughest, and Alga. And Luz. Nothing you can't handle, right? I'll show you where you can find them to hunt. Looking forward to see why Heronville thinks so highly of you. Carbuncle. Carbuncle. There's quite a lot of fiery wildlife in these parts. We think it's due to the cerulean, but no one can say for sure. Still, it's not often that you see the bigger, dominating sort, and that's what you need. What you'll have to do is hunt down a few of their kind, establish yourself as a threat that's known to draw out the leader. That's the spirit. While you're on the hunt, I'll keep watch nearby to make sure no hapless traveler comes stumbling in. You see no sign of your prey. Perhaps you will have better luck to the south. Amazing, you dealt with the beasts in no time at all. You need the crystals delivered to Shenza. I'll see that he gets it. Clear fire crystal. These fire crystals are for the train, aren't they? I heard about your plan to enter the dome. I want to thank you for going to such lengths to stop these invaders. And though he'd grumble if he knew I was asking this, please take care of Elia Neshba. Anyway, I'd best be on my way. And you as well. In case you're going to meet her, I saw Wilkemont heading for the station. Let's see what we get on the Mount Roulette. Squirrel! I remember these enemies being annoying in Final Fantasy X. Let's talk to Arenville. Taking care of the crystals, have you? Things proceed apace here too. Shinta told me you got the crystals for him. Good work. I've just returned from looking for extra help. We'll see in a moment who answers the call. All will be in readiness for them when they arrive. Damn it, I'm idle for a moment, and all I can think about is my home. Keep your chin up, Arenville. We'll be on our way soon, and you'll find your mother. It'll be good to see her after all these years. There's so much I'd like to ask her about her time together with Papa. Oh, she'll talk your ear off. Once my mother starts, there's no stopping her. I wouldn't want it any other way. Right, let's return to helping where we can. The real work begins when the extra hands arrive. Thanks for making the trek here. To be honest, I wasn't expecting so many of you. Since the attack on Tuliolo, I had been wondering if there was aught I could do to help. So when I heard about the upcoming operation from Falcona, I leaped at the chance to do my part. Peace will be restored, and then we can all enjoy a nice cup of mezcal. This is our home, and we will do whatever it takes to keep it safe. While I assist with the efforts here, the High Luminary Gopher Lore does the same at the capital. I'm truly grateful. With all of us working together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. Let's get to it, my friends. Yes, let's get to it. Alright, everyone, that'll do it. You've done your part. Leave it to us to finish mounting the armor and cannons, and have yourselves a hard-earned rest. Thank you all again for answering the call. No need for thanks now. Whatever you need, just give us a holler. Indeed, we must all do our part when our nation's in peril. Hear, hear. We love Tural, and we love you, Valcomat. I love you all too. Your kindness and goodwill will not be in vain. This I promise. And on that, we're gonna leave it on a cliffhanger. I hope you guys enjoyed my stream. I hope you guys stop by again. Until next time, I've been Mage 1011. I'll see you guys then. Bye!